Aubrey Drake Graham is a Canadian rapper whose father was a musician who played drums with Jerry Lee Lewis and a mother who worked as an English teacher. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth is also a rapper who was born in Compton, California, and born to a father who was a former gang member who also worked at KFC, and a mother who was a professional hairdresser who also worked at McDonald's. Now, this is important because both of these people are the same in the fact that they want you to believe that they had to overcome great disadvantages in their life to earn the success they enjoy today. The difference is, Drake can't stop looking like a pedophile. Yes, this is a Drake hate video, but don't worry, I put my Repo Man t-shirt on to scare all the Drake fans away, so we should be fine. You try to argue with me, I'm not even gonna rebuttal, I'm just gonna come take your Hellcat, alright? You see, Drake is to douchebags and losers what Lizzo is to overweight women. Countless losers see Drake and they say to themselves, wow, that guy really reminds me of me. Well, I could do that. And then they look at what he does, and his music is super simplistic. You hear him in an interview, you can't even identify the guy's voice. He's got auto-tune up the ass, as everything's produced, overproduced to hell. He's got an army of ghostwriters, allegedly. The production team's doing all the heavy lifting. I mean, the guy is just a product of a team of marketers, okay? Drake could be anybody. Anybody could be Drake. Look at this fucking guy. Look at this. They took him and made him into this. It could be you. That's part of the allure, I think. It's like when you meet someone who's like, I like Drake, that's what's going, that's the mindset that they're in. That's what they're looking at. And that's what draws them to Drake. Which, by the way, Lizzo actually has talent, since I made that comparison. She's actually a classically trained flute player, okay? She has some unique skills. It's just that, the weight. The weight's a big deal for a lot of people with her. It's a make or break, really. But that's not Lizzo's fault, to be clear. That's just part of how it went down, all right? Lizzo's weight makes her relatable and humanizes her to her audience the same way that Drake's lack of any desirable skill makes him relatable and humanizes him to his audience. Now, recently you may have even heard that Drake has gotten himself into a bit of hot water. He's in a rap feud, a little bit of a beef with another rapper that we mentioned in the beginning of this video, Kendrick Lamar. Now, Kendrick Lamar, unlike Drake, is extremely respected in the rap community. Now, I used to be really into this kind of stuff like over a decade ago, so I'm gonna like tread lightly, as you know, I don't feel like I'm caught up enough to really speak with authority. But you know, back in my day, Kendrick Lamar was a big name. He was widely respected, and Drake was not, even back then. And I think as of recently, this feud has really pulled the curtain down from Drake, where, you know, a lot of big names are coming out and they're just going to be open and honest from now on and be like, hey, we fucking hate Drake, especially Kendrick. Kendrick fucking hates Drake. Now, this beef was really entertaining. It's probably one of the best rap feuds that I've ever like watched go down and like dug into. Basically, the cliff notes and the highlights really that I want to just lay off the top of my head is that Kendrick kind of like has been baiting Drake, it would appear. Kendrick has been like trying to instigate Drake. He made a comment about Drake in a new song. Drake went back at Kendrick, and then Kendrick came out with a song called Euphoria. It was like, because he was euphoric. He was euphoric. It was finally time for him to berate Drake. All right. And then Drake tried to come back, and, you know, Kendrick was just on him like flies on dog shit. I mean, Drake came out with this one diss track, and within a half hour, Kendrick was back on his ass, and basically ended with just Kendrick throwing out a bunch of fucking receipts and saying that Drake likes little fucking girls. And yeah, it was dope. It was awesome, and really made me feel good as somebody who used to really be into rap and then kind of let it go for a couple years, because I feel like what really happened here was there's this curtain, and this curtain is all that keeps Drake alive. And the curtain here has been torn down completely. Kendrick has ripped down the fucking curtain that Drake's marketing team made around him. But there's been like examples of the curtain kind of slipping a few times in the past that were interesting. So the first example I want to dig into here that I don't think was maybe the curtain completely being pulled away, but it was people identifying that there was a curtain. Like people, whether subconsciously or consciously, were identifying that there was something very not authentic, something very fake about Drake. And I believe that manifested itself in the Drake's the Type of Guy to meme trend that took place a couple years ago. Here's a couple examples of what I'm talking about. Drake the type of guy to surprise his homies with a visit from the tickle monster. Drake the type of dude that says hooray when he's happy. Drake the type of guy to stop at red lights in GTA 5. Drake the type of guy to make a wish at 11:11. Drake the type of dude to say me 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 when he snores. Drake the type of bloke to say Geronimo when he holds his nose, then hold his nose and cannonball into a pool. Drake the type of guy to go, "Aw, gee willikers" when he's upset. Drake the type of fella to say nah 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 boo boo when he plays tag with his homie. Drake the type of guy to cover his homie's eyes and say, "Guess who?" Drake the type of guy to say, "Let me steal this real quick" when he takes a slice of pizza at a party. Drake the type of guy to stomp his feet when he's angry. Drake the type of fella to float through the air when he smells a delicious pie. Drake the type of guy to sing clean up, everybody clean up. So yeah, all these memes, clearly not the type of public image that Drake wants to have, but you know, people are seeing something here. Me with my tinfoil hat on, I think this is proof that the majority of people, or at least enough people, can kind of see that Drake is a marketing ploy. He's fake. He's fake, all right? He's inauthentic. He's a joke. And also, he's just really a sensitive little guy. Now, there is a YouTuber by the name of Anthony Fantano. Now, Anthony Fantano reviews music, and from time to time, he'll review Drake's music. Now, it would seem that a couple of these more negative reviews from Anthony Fantano on Drake would have led Drake to sit at night and fester and boil with anger that this YouTuber would dare give him a negative review. This led him, the oh-so-busy Drake, that's a joke, Drake doesn't do anything, it's all his production team. The man is the face of a business and nothing more than that. And that gives him the time of day to go on Twitter and direct message YouTubers saying nasty things like your existence is a light one, just overall harassing this man for not viewing his music favorably enough. This led Anthony Fantano to post publicly that Drake had given him a vegan cookie recipe, leading Drake to further berate Anthony Fantano publicly while leaking their DMs, making Drake look like a freaking idiot. Just literally Anthony tricked Drake into clowning on himself because Drake is a sad, insecure, incompetent little man who really doesn't deserve anything that he has currently in life. and you thought Kendrick was the #1 Drake hater. He is. I'm a part-time Drake hater. Kendrick Lamar right now is full-time. He's putting in those hours. So yeah, like the video, fuck Drake, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Biggest hater, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, I hate the way that you dress, I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we, it's not just me, I'm what the culture feeling. How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? I like Drake with the melodies, I don't like Drake when he act tough. You gon' make a nigga bring back Puff, let me see if Chubbs really crash something. Yeah, my first one like my last one, this a classic, you don't have one. Let your core audience stomach that, then tell them where you get your abs from. V12, it's a fast one. Bow, bow, bow. Last one, headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk.